Hello everyone, welcome to ABC Interactive English. Today we are going to be talking about a really amazing place that a lot of people would put on their bucket list, their list of places they want to go, they want to see, they want to be there. And I don't know if I really want to go there. I think it looks interesting, but I do know I like saying its name.
Okay, say it.
Uluru.
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 It sounds very native.
It's just a nice sound to make with your mouth. Uluru.
Uluru.
This is in Australia, a place that I actually have never been before.
I love Australia.
I'm guessing you've been to Australia.
I love Australia.
There you go.
It's so beautiful. The people are amazing. They look great. The nature is amazing. The mountains are beautiful. The food is awesome. The people are pretty. There's so much to do in Australia. But I think actually Australia is probably a bit underrated. It's maybe not one of the top places people want to visit, but I really love it.
Okay, I think it's pretty popular, but one thing it does have is it's far. It's far from pretty much everywhere in the world, right? So getting there can be
Not too bad from Taiwan.
Not too
really
bad from
not
Taiwan.
Too bad.
That's
really not
absolutely
too bad. It's like
true.
8 hours.
8 hours from Taiwan
not
to like
bad,
16 hours from Europe and 14 or 15 hours from America. It's, you know, far down in the southern part of the world. But yes, if you get to go there, you will see amazing things, amazing animals, right? You'll see kangaroos. You'll see all of the amazing animals they have. It is a beautiful country with incredible geography and scenery, and one of the places that has the most incredible geography and scenery is this place, Uluru, which, as we know from our title, is more than just a rock. So don't go there and go, yeah, it's a cool rock.
It's just a rock.
It's more than that, okay? It's Uluru. Let's find out about it.
One of Australia's most famous landmarks is Uluru. It's a giant rock in the middle of the country. It's rich in culture, history, and magic.
So yes, Uluru, more than just a rock. Let's find out about it.
One of Australia's most famous landmarks is Uluru, and that's Uluru, which is a very beautiful and famous landmark. A landmark is a place that people have marked as an amazing place in nature. A landmark sounds kind of like somebody gave it a name and said, this place is great, come here and take pictures, we're gonna make it famous, and we're gonna market it for tourism, and everybody's gonna come here. So of course in Taiwan we talk about these landmarks being, for example, what is it, Kenting National Park. That could be one of the landmarks. That is the place where the government has decided it is amazing. So a landmark is a significant place in a country that we want to visit. And in this case, it is a very big rock.
Yeah, landmarks can be natural, like Uluru, like a giant mountain or something. But we could also talk about man-made landmarks, Taipei 101, the Eiffel Tower, the Statue of Liberty, the kind of thing that if you go to that place as a tourist, you will definitely want to see it, probably take a picture of it, you know, that kind of thing. And also, I think if you just see the landmark, you know what place that is.
Exactly.
Right? Even if you've never been there.
If you look at 101, you know you're in Taipei.
Tower that's like this, you go, oh, that's Pisa, that's Italy, it's a famous landmark. I've never been there, but I've seen it 1,000 times. So there you go. Uluru is a beautiful, amazing landmark in the middle of Australia. As it says, it's a giant rock in the middle of the country. Now that kind of doesn't really do it service. It's an amazingly large rock in a very flat part of the land, and it's also an incredible color, which I think is part of the reason it's been so important for the Aboriginal people. As it says, it's rich in culture, history, and magic. So it is much more than just a rock. I think another thing we can mention here is that only recently have people started to call it Uluru exclusively. It used to be called Ayers Rock, named after the English explorer, probably, who first found it or something like that. But Uluru is the native Aboriginal people of Australia, the native people's name for it, which is why today we call it Uluru. But, you know, if you read an older book or something, you might see it called Ayers Rock. But either way, this is an amazing place, an incredible landmark. And as we know, for the Aboriginal people, it is rich in culture, history, and magic.
And if we say something is rich in, we don't mean it's a lot of money. We're not saying that the money is culture, but sort of we are. If something is very rich, that means rich in, that means it's very full of something. So if it's rich in culture, that means there's so many cultural stories, backgrounds, people that have gone through. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and hard work that has gone into building it. So it's very rich in culture, a place worth visiting. If it's rich in history, that means that the generations that have come are so important to this place, and anything can be really rich in if it's abundant or has a lot of. And if it's rich in magic, we might mean that some amazing things have happened there that are unexplainable.
Yeah, basically magic are things that occur that you can't normally explain with science.
Exactly.
They seem to have some special unnatural power behind them. Often when we think of magic, we think of magic tricks
Magician.
that a magician might do, cutting a lady in half, making something disappear, you know, that kind of thing. But of course, a lot of old traditions, old culture, old fairy tales and stories that come from hundreds or thousands of years ago also have stories of magic. Harry Potter uses magic, Gandalf uses magic, and yes, a lot of fairy tales and old stories. Maybe not, you can't really prove them with science, but still, incredible things happen. We don't know why. It must be magic. All right, let's take a break and then we'll be back to learn more about the magic of Uluru.
Ooh.
Uluru is 348 meters high, almost 4 kilometers long, and more than 2 kilometers wide. What's more, if you walk around its base, you'll have to walk almost 9.5 kilometers. Uluru's size makes it hard to miss. Another thing is its color. The red rock changes color with the sun. It can appear yellow, orange, pink, and more.
Okay, so let's find out some amazing statistics, some real facts about Uluru. It says Uluru is 348 meters high.
Hi.
Okay, it's not that high or tall. I guess we could also say it's 348 meters tall. From the ground to the top of the rock is 348 meters. Not the biggest mountain, of course. Mount Everest is more than 8,800 meters high, much, much taller. But this is a very long rock, almost 4 kilometers long.
Wow, that's very long.
4,000 meters from one end to the other. So it may not be tall, but it is very, very long and more than 2 kilometers wide. Remember I said it's a big rock? It's a really, really, really big rock.
What's more, if you walk around its base, you'll have to walk almost 9.5 kilometers. So this is very far.
That is, yeah, I mean, people walk.
How long would that take?
I think people walk around, what, 4 or 5 kilometers an hour? It would probably take you a good 2 hours. To walk around it.
I guess you would just want to see it instead of walk around the whole thing.
The whole thing. I guess you could turn it into a nice afternoon little hike. But yes, most people, of course, will be seeing it down from the bottom where the rock touches the rest of the ground. And that bottom part we can also call the base of the rock.
Yep, the base is the bottom. Whenever you have a measurement and you want to get the area, you have to have the base, which is how wide it is or how round it is on the bottom, the width, the length, and then you multiply that times the height, and then you can get the area. So the base is basically just the bottom. Now, if we're looking at the base of anything else that's lifting it up from the bottom, then you lift it up from the base. It's the foundation is the most important part of any building or any structure because it holds it up.
There you go. The part that touches the bottom, often a statue. You'll have a statue of a person.
A huge base.
But they'll be standing on kind of a box. That would be the base of the statue.
Round.
The heavy part that sits on the ground, and it supports the rest of the thing that rises up above. Now, because this is a big rock, it is not going to be hard to, you can see it. As it says, Uluru's size makes it hard to miss.
Hard to miss.
It's easy to see,
Easy
or
to
it's
see.
hard to miss.
Like
because
that.
it's such a giant rock sitting in the middle of the desert, in the middle of the outback in Australia. But that's not actually the most special thing about it. Another thing is its color. Now we're getting to the really special thing. The red rock changes color with the sun.
Wow.
It can appear yellow, orange, pink. I think I've even seen purple and more. That's absolutely true.
Very beautiful.
If you go there in the morning as the sun is rising, over a few hours, you will see this rock change color. The same thing at the end of the day as the sun sets, and probably even during the day as the sun goes across the sky through the hours, the color of the rock will seem to change. So it would be interesting. Take a picture of it every hour through the day.
Then you really have to walk around the base, otherwise there's nothing to do in the desert.
Well, that's true, but you could end up with a wonderful collection of beautiful paintings or beautiful pictures of this rock that really does change colors.
And usually we have rocks that look kind of brown, but sometimes if the sun hits them, they'll look a bit orange. So orange is the color, and it's also a fruit. So if you're talking about an orange, it is that color of that thing that you eat that is from, the best oranges are probably, I would say, from California. There's also some really small oranges from Japan, but in the spectrum of the rainbow, this is the second color. So we have red, and then we have the color orange, and then we have yellow. So it's the one that's before yellow and after red in the spectrum. And many things are orange in color. It could be a rock, it could be a fruit, it could be something that's in nature that are leaves changing in the fall. You'll see a lot of the color orange, and these colors are also very popular to wear when the weather is a bit colder. It often goes very well with brown. So when this rock changes color, it can go from brown to orange, and that is a common color we see in nature, and it symbolizes change.
Okay, also pumpkins, right?
Yes,
Pumpkins from Halloween.
fall.
And those are kind of the Halloween colors, orange and black are kind of the traditional Halloween colors. And yes, if you're painting, get a little bit of red, get a little bit of yellow, mix them together, you will end up with orange of some kind. And pink is another color, an easy color to make from painting. Get some red, get some white, mix them up, you get pink. I'm wearing a pink shirt. People often have pink cheeks, you know, if they go out on a cold day or they're exercising, your skin can be pink. If you get a little bit of sun, that kind of thing, it's often seen as a bright, happy kind of color, a very, very energetic kind of color.
Pink.
And pink is another color that we often do see at sunset and at sunrise, right? The sky can kind of change into a sort of reddish, pinkish color. It's very, very nice. Imagine seeing a giant rock in the middle of the Australian outback, changing colors from orange to red to pink. It would be incredible. And we're going to have more incredible stuff about this incredible place with an incredible name, Uluru, tomorrow. So we will see you back here for that. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye.
One of Australia's most famous landmarks is Uluru. It's a giant rock in the middle of the country. It's rich in culture, history, and magic. Uluru is 348 meters high, almost 4 kilometers long, and more than 2 kilometers wide. What's more, if you walk around its base, you'll have to walk almost 9.5 kilometers. Uluru's size makes it hard to miss. Another thing is its color. The red rock changes color with the sun. It can appear yellow, orange, pink, and more.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看这课的重点单字。第一个 magic 名词，魔力、魔法。The man used magic to open the door. 那位男子用魔法打开这扇门。下一个单字 base 名词，底部。 There's a door at the base of the lighthouse. 这座灯塔的底部有一扇门。Lighthouse 就是灯塔。下一个单字 orange， orange， 形容词橘色的。Claire is wearing an orange dress today. Claire 今天穿了一件橘色的洋装。下一个单字 pink， pink， 形容词粉红色的。The girl's pencil case is pink. 这个小女孩的铅笔盒是粉红色的。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 A is rich in B，A 富含充满 B。Rich 指的是富含的，有很多的，它的后面加上 in， 再接受词。我们来看看这个例句 ：The country is rich in minerals. 这个国家含有丰富的矿产。Mineral 指的就是矿产。下一个文法 What's more， 而且再者，这是一个副词片语。我们来看看这个例句
I brought you lunch. What's more, I made it myself.
下一个文法 9.5 kilometers 9.5公里 9.5 加名词表示9.5什么东西 half 是一半的1/2的意思，其他的数字以此类推，比如说3.5什么东西就是 3.5 加上名词。我们来看看这个例句I finished my homework in 2.5 hours. 我在2个半小时内完成了我的作业。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见喽，拜拜。
Wanjing YiYuan has a wide collection of artwork. The owner collects many valuable wood sculptures, jadeware, stone carvings, and antique furniture. They're shown in the park as well as in 2 exhibition galleries. The park has several large pieces of green jade on display. They're actually Fangtian jade from Hualien. Fangtian jade looks like glass. It was once famous around the world. In the back of the park are 2 exhibition galleries. The first one visitors see is the Golden Zitanga. It looks like an ancient palace. The gallery is made with high-quality cedar and Taiwan cypress. As soon as you walk in, you can smell the nice wood. The large wooden furniture inside is mostly made with sandalwood that is over 1,000 years old. The second exhibition gallery shows the owner's private collection. It includes jade bracelets, bloodstone, and Yixing clay teapots. There is also an amber wood table. The wood material has a history of over 35,000 years. The exhibition gallery is like a small museum.